What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on my channel. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a pretty busy Christmas and New Year period. Had some time off, and hopefully you guys had a wonderful little bit of a break as well. As we get back into the grind of a new year, a new footy season is a couple of months away, and you know, it's time to get back into the thick of things and really start to build up what is going to be a very exciting 2019 season. Hopefully a successful one for Port Adelaide. As you can see as well, I've got me Cream of the Crop Clothing bike brand going at the moment, so head on over to Cream of the Crop Clothing to get your specially designed tees, and even sleeveless tees that they've got going on as well. So they're very comfortable and they fit very nicely, and anything to have Travis Boak lying around would be pretty good. So today we're going to go through some 5 of the most anticipated games for 2019. This was requested by Courtney Watts on Instagram. I put a little poll out to see which videos would get, or video ideas that people had that would like me to do as we build up this season. And Courtney sent that one in and got quite a few votes. So we're going to do it today, and hopefully you guys have some anticipated games that you're really looking forward to this year. So comment below what they are, and yeah, let's get straight into it. The 5 games that we're looking forward to in 2019. No chronological order really here. These are just games that I listed that I feel I'm really excited about and really looking forward to this year. People's opinions will vary from game to game, but the first one is Good Friday footy, Friday night against the West Coast Eagles over in Perth. Heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak playing the Eagles. We get smashed over there. They come over here and beat us after the siren every single time. So I think it's time for revenge, and it's a game that I'm looking forward to. Good Friday, I'm not a big fan of Good Friday footy, but nonetheless, Port Adelaide playing, so I'll fully support them 100%, and hopefully they can get the job done over in Perth. But you know, this type of game, it's you're against the premiers, and you know, you're kind of against the odds, aren't you? So we're a club that usually thrives in that type of situation, and you know, anything can happen. Good Friday footy. Hopefully the Lord can get us across the line. Round 6 is Anzac round, so the week after we're playing on Friday night again. This is a string of 3 Friday nights in a row that we play, but this one's at home against North Melbourne for Anzac round, and you know, this one has so many elements to it that could really make it such a great game of footy to watch. Obviously Anzac round, my favourite round of the year. This is always built up, and Port Adelaide always requests to have a home Anzac round game because we do it so well, we celebrate it, and it's kind of like, besides Anzac Day with Essendon and Collingwood, Port Adelaide have their own thing and do just as good of a job as the others do as well. So I think, as well as that, as you have Friday night footy, big stage, national audience as well. The other thing is Jared Polec and Jasper Pittard obviously played for Port Adelaide. We shipped them off over to North Melbourne, and now they're going to come back here at the Fortress and play against their old sides, which I think will give them a nice reception. We'll give them a nice reception too for the JLT when we play them, play North Melbourne at Alberton Oval, but to play them at Alberton and then in front of 45,000 people for Anzac round, it's going to be a very nice welcoming back for Jared Polec and Jasper Pittard. The third game I'm looking forward to is round 8 versus the Adelaide Crows. Showdown 46, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Saturday night. It's a Port Adelaide home game. We know what happened last time Port Adelaide had a home game for a showdown. So yeah, that showdown is going to be one to watch for sure. It's going to be something that, you know, again, we're going to come into it with a little bit of an unknown. First 8 games, form can vary massively, as we saw from Port last year, and I think it's going to be another make or break game. And these first 8 games that we've got as a club, they're huge. We've got to win 6 at least, I think, to have any chance of being top 4 and to prove ourselves internally and externally. And this showdown is going to be built up as one of the biggest. Once again, one showdown out of the last 6. I think it's time for Port Adelaide to take that showdown mantra back and really put the foot to the throat and just, yeah, kick the Crows' ass. Fourth game I'm looking forward to is round 11 versus St Kilda. Shanghai, so obviously no Gold Coast in Shanghai from this year onwards. A new 3-year deal has been obviously struck with St Kilda to be the major partner with Port Adelaide to expanding the game in China and really, trying to open a lot of different revenue up for both clubs. In particular, St Kilda obviously selling a home game to go to China, to Shanghai and play, and Port Adelaide, they're the stalemate in China at the moment, the #1 club, to building our great game and expanding our great game for exposure as well. So that's a really interesting game in itself. Obviously the exterior part of the business and money and exposure of the AFL and the game itself, but with Port Adelaide versus St Kilda, it's an interesting game in between it because this is during a period where Port have a run of 4 away games, and I think it'll be closer than what people think, and I'm glad this is going to be a bigger game because St Kilda are obviously a bigger club than Gold Coast. They'll have more fans travel over, so maybe, just maybe, it could be built into something a lot bigger than what Gold Coast had, because they didn't have a lot, and unfortunately it didn't work with the experiment of them. I think St Kilda could bring a different outcome. So the final game I'm looking forward to in 2019, it's probably the biggest game of the year, and it's the first game of the year as well. Round 1 versus Melbourne at the MCG. Many reasons why I'm excited for this game. One is most probably I'll be there. So it's going to be a cracking affair with Melbourne obviously being the prelim finalists from last year. Port Adelaide knocked them off at the Adelaide Oval in a great game of footy. And I think, this has a lot of ingredients to make it one of the biggest games to start off this year's campaign. Port Adelaide can get the win away from home in round 1. That will set themselves massively for the run they will have afterwards. And I think with Melbourne being they're building as a side. When I say that, they're building towards something big. And last year, if that's anything to go by, they're my premiers. In my prediction at the moment, they're a hell of a side, and I think it might be my second favourite team. Excluding that, Port Adelaide away from home, it's a big task. Round 1, start your 2019 off right. I'll be there. It's going to be an exciting game, and look, just in general, I'm just excited for 2019. I'm sitting here waiting in the bloody heat, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with myself for 2 more months. And the cricket can only do so much, and we suck at the moment in Australia. So, yeah, we're trying very hard to get to March 23rd when Port Adelaide finally run out onto the field to start their 2019 season. The JLT is not too far away, but, you just get a look at the players and you get a feel for what's to come. But round 1, there's nothing beats round 1 to start off the year. So I'm really looking forward to it, Port fans. Let me know in the comments below what you're looking forward to in 2019. What game has caught your fancy and what you're really looking forward to from Port Adelaide this year. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe for plenty more Port Adelaide content that will come your way throughout 2019. Big things to come. Obviously hitting 1,000 subscribers last year. Let's hope to build a bigger and better base. And let's get more involved as a community. So if you got any ideas as well for videos, comment them below. Send me a DM on Instagram as well. All my social medias are in the description. Thank you very much for watching, Port fans. My name is Anthony, and as always, come the pair.